All right, welcome into the Patreons. We are going to break down every conceivable betting market for this race. So, I think Keg, you said something about you wanted to start dabbling a little more in the top three market, maybe top five markets. Or is top three something you're looking to dip your toe in this week or not?
Maybe not this week, but I think I'm going to occasionally start to dip my toe with
Why? What's changing your mind?
because I'm sick of fucking having 30-1 shots finish second and third.
Gotcha.
Like if we're getting good prices, like if we can get a top three up to 12 or 14-1, like I don't hate it if we're in a good spot already going into the race. Like we already know that Saturday or Friday went well, or Sunday afternoon in the NFL is going well, and we know that our guys are locked in at great prices. I might dabble in the top three market, or maybe take a closer look at the FanDuel specials, or like both guys to hit the top three, either guy to hit the top three, the stuff over at that 365. I don't know. I'm just tired of being so fucking close. We should have made so much money tonight, Coop.
Like, I don't look into the top three market a lot, but like these numbers aren't very enticing to me. What I've seen this week, is it just this week?
Yeah, I don't like the numbers this week either. I don't know. I rarely monitor them because we never bet them, but I'm gonna start over the next couple of weeks.
Okay, well, let's just talk about the top five then. So, I mean, Kyle Larson's your only guy who's minus money. He's minus 145, rightfully so. And then everybody else is plus money. It starts with Reddick plus 115, Byron plus 120, Danny plus 120, Blaney plus 120, and then you got another group at plus 170. Marty, Elliott, Bell. Um, so, is there anybody you're looking to get in this top five market for this race?
Yeah, to me, I think Larson, Byron, and Denny. I think you could take a shot to bet top five. I mean, you could bet them at even money and plus 120, or you could try to get the number up. And then I don't mind taking like one shot at a price besides that. But I feel pretty good about. I think you get two out of three of Larson, Byron, and Denny home. Maybe you get all three home.
Doesn't it feel like these numbers are crazy short though? I mean, we were talking KB was 16-1 to win the race. He's 2-1 to top five. Don't you feel like he should be more like plus 150 to top 10?
Yeah, yes, I do. Yes. Yeah,
Two to one to top five seems crazy.
agreed. Agreed.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree. You probably get two or three of, or one or two. Excuse me, not two or three. One or two of Larson, Byron, or Hamlin. But I mean, I could see Bell, Truex, Elliott, Wallace, Chastain, Gibbs. I can all hit top five,
yeah, for sure. I,
but the
I, I
numbers
don't, I don't,
are
I
not
don't,
good.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah,
I,
these
I,
numbers.
I just think when you think about the people who probably have the best shot to hit the top five relative to the price of the people against them, I think I'd rather take my shot with them than swing at guys that maybe I don't feel as good about based on price. Like Bubba at 2-1, like he should be probably plus 350, 4-1 the top five. Like
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't these numbers feel like they're just robbing you blind? I mean, Kozlowski's
Hmm
3-1 to top five, and he's 30-1 to win the race.
yeah, yeah, yes.
It just feels like they're robbing you with these prices.
That's why I think the I would go with those three guys, and I'll probably try to get them up to 3-1, 4-1, and roll with that. I think you probably hit two out of three. I want to be in a spot where if I hit one, I break even. So if I got all three of them to 3-1, if I hit one, I'll break even. No, actually, if I hit one, I'd make money. So yeah, that's probably where I'm going to be at.
I don't know. I'll probably just avoid the top five market. One, because of the price, and more because of I like to bet them more in more predictable races, and I don't know if this is a predictable race or as predictable as others, I should say.
So you're expecting it to be somewhere, not maybe as drastic as last year, but somewhere outside of the way Vegas ran.
Yeah, I mean, I can see anywhere from 5 to 8 non-caution stages, the yellow flag.
I think you either go the route that I said, or you take the top 10 market and try to get guys to like even money and go that route. I think those are the only two routes that you can go in the top 5 and top 10 market this week.
Yeah, but like, who are you taking at even money in top 10?
Byron,
Don't tell me Kyle Larson.
I could get Larson down to even money. I mean, I got fucking 13 insane fights tomorrow, Coop. I can get Larson.
Yeah, insane, unpredictable fights.
Yeah, I mean, I hit the last fucking 3 parlays in MMA. I mean, we're not doing that bad. I just can't get the fucking winner home.
The problem with how they're lining this race, I mean, over half the field is minus money, the top 10.
Yeah, but I mean, like Byron, you only need
7 that are minus 200 or more.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like this week is more egregious than other weeks about how they're fucking you on these markets
because they know they know who should be strong,
right?
And they're making you pay for it. But it's not hard to get Byron, Denny, Reddick, Bell, anybody down to even money in the top 10 market. The only guy that it'll even be a challenge will be Kyle Larson, but even then it won't be a challenge. So I don't mind the top 10 market either.
Okay, well then I'm going to skip over the team and we can come back to it. But Caesars, they always have the both to finish top 5 market. I mean, you can get Larson and Byron at plus 210 to finish top 5.
Larson and Byron finish top 5 plus 210. No, I don't like that.
It's the same price on Larson and Denny.
Yeah. That's just objectively not a good enough price.
I mean, Larson to top 5 by himself was what, -2? What was that number? Oh, -145. Yeah. So yeah, you're not really getting a benefit there either.
Yep.
Do you think it's better to bet props prior to qualifying this week or after qualifying?
Well, given the lack of passing at this track last year, don't you feel like you'd want to be ahead of where people qualified? Like, do you think that the numbers are going to go down a ton for people who might qualify bad but have good cars?
I think objectively that's probably the right call. But you're definitely going to suffer from a price point.
What, to bet them pre?
Yeah. Because after practice and qualifying, the book knows who's fast too. And they're going to change the odds, and you're probably going to get nowhere near the prices that you would have gotten pre, but you would probably be in a better position maybe to actually cash a ticket. But yeah, they're definitely going to make you pay for it.
I think I want to bet it. If I bet them, it would be afterwards this week, because like I don't know how much practice is going to mean.
Well, did you go back? I told you can go back and look at practice from last year. Not a ton of cars ran a lot of laps.
Right.
Well, Coop, it could work in your favor too. If you don't think that practice is going to mean anything, and
I don't say it's going to mean anything. I don't think it's going to mean a lot.
Well, like if you don't think it's going to mean a lot, and the guys that you are looking to target don't qualify well, then you'll probably be able to get props at a better price.
Right. Like, I don't know. I just think that
Well, I'll tell you what, practice meant
afterwards,
that qualifying order meant something today, because other than Corey Heim, those were the fastest guys on the track.
right. But there's not as much competition, I don't think, in trucks as there is in Cup.
That's fair.
Yeah, and who knows what we're going to see? Like, obviously, in trucks, there was 2 red flags during practice, right? They didn't even get to run that many laps. I think KB was one of 5 guys that ran 20 laps, right? And last year, like I said, Byron didn't even run. He ran 5 laps. It was the most he ran last year, and he won the race. So I don't know what you're going to get out of practice for the Cup cars. Okay, well then we'll just move over to the teams. I don't think we're going to dabble in any of the bolt to finish top 3, top 5, top 10, right?
No.
Okay. Coop, you had mentioned earlier about trying to get the number up on Joe Gibbs. If Caesars has that plus 240 to win the race, there are probably better numbers out there than Caesars, obviously. Hendricks plus 150. Is there any teams that interest you outside of Joe Gibbs?
Yeah, 23 XI.
What's 23 XI on Caesars?
450.
So Caesars is better than 365 on Hendrick and Gibbs.
Yeah, here's my problem. I can't do it with Hendrick. I can't start at plus 140. I'd rather bet Larson and I'd rather bet Byron. But I'm with you on Gibbs and 23 XI. I think if we can get that Gibbs number up to 12, 14 to 1 and get that 23 XI number up to 16, 18, 20. Yeah, I think I like that, but I'd rather just bet Larson and Byron.
I agree.
Okay. Those are really the only teams you're looking at. You're not looking at
I mean, the only thing I'll say is, man, it would really fucking blow if we're watching that race on Sunday and RFK is actually live and they're 14 to 1, because we could get that number up to 50 to 1 probably easily. I mean, an even money shot puts them at 30 to 1.
I mean, if you feel that good about a fight, I mean, why not? Just sprinkle on that number. If you
there's a good chance that I will sprinkle on that number.
Yeah, I mean, at least just put that ticket in your pocket and not have to worry about it.
Right. Just to not have to worry about those 2 cars if they show up, and the investment is going to be minimal.
Right.
So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, no.
Yeah, and you guys would obviously go that way versus going the manufacturer route.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll dive into top Chevy market. Larson's plus 140, Byron's plus 260. Chase is 7 to 1.
Again, both of those numbers are better than 365.
Yeah, Caesars has got some better numbers this week because of how they lined Larson, I think. Like, as Denny Hamlin 7 to 1 at other books, I thought I saw him as low as 5.
What? Yeah, see, like, what was the number on Hendrick and Gibbs?
For just to win the race?
Yeah, the numbers you were talking about, that Coop said were better at 365 than at.
That's no. Caesars was better.
Oh yeah, Caesars was better for the teams.
Right. And what were those numbers?
Plus 150 for Hendrick, plus 240 for JGR.
Bet Riv has 190 on Hendrick and 250 on Gibbs.
Yeah, ESPN might have better numbers too. I just know that these guys have the most props. So
it's interesting that Bet 365 has the worst numbers this week from a few books. That's new.
Yeah, just trying to see if that continues.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, top Chevy.
Yeah, I mean, they even have better numbers. Yeah, Larson plus 140, Byron plus 260, Chastain's 5-1, Elliott's 7-1, KB is 8-1.
Yeah, 150, 275 at that Riv. I think that they have a very good chance to be one of those two cars to be the top Chevy. I really don't mind betting them both if you can get the number up a little bit.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like you would you just eliminate Ross completely and then just throw the same whatever if you're going to get the number up on Larson and Byron. I mean, with Chase at 7-1, would you just
I mean, you
sprinkle
could
a little bit on that too?
you could if you wanted to cover yourself, but I probably personally wouldn't in this market. I'd probably just bet Byron and Larson, try to get it up.
Any disagreements there, Coop?
No disagreements on that. I don't know if it's a market I want to attack, though. I think there's a better chance that an Elliott, a Chastain, a Busch, or a Bowman beat Larson and Byron than there's a better chance that Blaney, Logano, Kez, and Busher do not get beat.
I agree with that.
I would rather target the top Ford market than the top Chevy market.
I agree with that. I mean, something would have to happen for one of those four Fords to not be top Ford. I definitely agree with that.
And you don't want to try and throw an absolute dart at the top Toyota market, right?
No, because it could literally be anybody.
Yeah, don't count out Eric Jones.
Stop.
He was so good here last year. Obviously, it was a Chevy, but he was good here.
So we talked earlier that Bubba was top five was 200-1. Like if you're gonna bet,
you mean that, 2-1?
Yeah, 2-1. Excuse me.
Wait, what did he say?
Bubba top five was 2-1.
Right.
Wouldn't you just rather try to beat Bubba as a top Toyota at 6-1?
Yes. Odds wise, yeah, definitely. And you don't have to deal with Larson or Byron. Yep, I'm with you. But I do think that the four Fords angle is probably the best angle we've talked about so far.
Right.
And you're saying you'd go Blaney. Are you throwing Logano in there?
Yeah, you have to.
Blaney, Logano, Kez, and Busher.
Yeah.
You can't
they range on Caesars. They range from plus 120, plus 140, plus 550, and 6-1.
Yeah, I got 165 on Blaney and 350 on Logano at Bet Riv.
ESPN, the numbers are terrible.
Busher and Kez are 5 at BR.
Busher is 6 at Caesars.
What's
and Kez is 550.
Blaney's 110. Logano 350. Ford. Wow, that 365 is fucking off this week.
Caesars doesn't have bad numbers this week for a change.
Maybe they have a better trader.
All right.
Maybe they're tired of you beating them up.
Groups.
Real quick. Who was the top Toyota and who was the top Ford in Vegas, Adam?
Who was the top Ford and who was the Toyota?
Yeah.
Top Toyota was Reddick and the top Ford was Blaney. They finished 2-3.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I had that up. That was on another page.
Did Blaney lead any laps in Vegas?
Blaney led 0 laps. Reddick only led 1. This was a dominant race from Larson. He led 181.
Blaney just snuck up there.
Yeah, Reddick had the long run. Remember, he literally needed one more lap to win that race.
Blaney was not in the top 10 in stage 1. He was in the top 10 in stage 2. And he finished 3rd. Top Chevy, top Toyota parlay market that is on Caesars has Byron top Chevy, Bell top Toyota is 18-1. You only get one option for these. Top Chevy, top Ford would be Larson and Blaney plus 340. Pass. Top Ford and top Toyota would be Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin. That's 15-1. Do you guys want to talk about qualifiers, polls?
No.
Yeah, what are the groups? I didn't even look at the groups this week.
I don't know. I actually didn't look at them either.
It's Elliott, Blaney, Reddick, Logano, Bowman, Chastain, and Gibbs, and Bell and Keselowski in Group A. And then it's Larson, Byron, Bubba, Denny, Marty, Bush in Group B.
B sounds a little bit stronger. No?
Not really, because everybody else is dog shit. So it's going to be Larson, Byron, Bubba, Denny, Marty, Busher fighting for 5 spots. You got KB in there, and then everybody else is like McDowell, Suarez, Stenhouse, Growler, LaJoy, Burton, Dillon, Jimmy Johnson, Michael McDowell, KB, Eric Jones, and Briscoe. So I think probably Larson, Byron, Bubba, Denny, and somebody getting that top 5. Probably Marty.
McDowell's been pretty good this year qualifying on speed tracks.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's pretty split evenly.
Okay.
Actually, I think Group A is harder because
who again do you have in Group A?
You have so many like in the mix guy. You got Elliott, Blaney, Reddick, Logano, Bowman, Chastain, Gibbs, Keselowski, Bell. It's a much harder group. Okay. Who the fuck knows?
But I mean, if you had to rank somebody out of that group, wouldn't Tyler Reddick be your number 1?
Yes, it would be. I would probably rank it Reddick, Gibbs, Bell, and then Blaney, Logano, Bowman, Elliott, that group afterwards. But yeah, I would give the nod. But I think it's way more wide open. I think you could basically write it in fucking stone. That Kyle Larson, Will Byron, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, and Marty will probably be the final 5 in that second group. Maybe Busher.
Who are the top 10 qualifiers at Vegas, Adam?
The top 5 qualifiers. Larson was 2. Joey Logano was on the pole. Austin Cindric was 3rd. Will Byron 4th. And Bubba Wallace was 5th. That was Vegas 6th of this year.
Who was 6th?
6th place was Mr. Chase Briscoe.
7th?
7th was Martin Truex Jr.
8th
was Ty Gibbs.
9th?
Chris Buescher.
And 10th?
And then 10th was Chris Bell.
So Ford qualified decently in there. They had Logano, Blaney, Buescher.
Briscoe.
Briscoe.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was their MO last year too. 1 mile and a half tracks. They qualified well.
Yep. It was Logano or like Chris Bell getting the pole.
I'm gonna send you. I'll send you the tweet with the groups, so you can.
Does Caesar have qualifying odds?
Yeah.
365 doesn't this week.
Here, I'm gonna put this.
Larson 4-1. Denny 550. Reddick 6-1. Bubba 6.5. Byron 7. Logano 11-1. Could Joey put down another fast lap at 11-1?
Does ESPN have qualifying odds up? Okay.
Did I really sign?
Yeah, he sent me that too. I was just going to tell you, but I wasn't going to stop it.
I could change that actually right now. I just changed it. Actually, no, I can't. They won't let me change it. Sorry. I got a lot of shit going on, man.
All right, well, let's dive through. I guess you could digest those things, Coop, but if there's anything you like, obviously you'll put it in.
What did you send me?
I sent you the qualifying group so you could look at them in our Discord message. So I just scooted over to ESPN. I'm gonna look at these groups. Group A: Larson, Byron, Reddick, Hamlin. I don't know if you want. Do you feel good about picking 2 of these 4 drivers?
Larson, Byron, Reddick, Hamlin.
Yeah.
No.
Group B: Blaney, Bubba, Bell, and Marty.
No.
Group C: Chastain, Elliott, Gibbs, and Logano.
No.
Chastain, Elliott, Gibbs, and Logano.
Yeah.
No.
Group D: Busch, Keselowski, Bowman, and Buescher.
No. If I was going to bet that group, I'd probably bet RFK. But I don't like it enough. I mean, they are 350 and 280. But I don't know. I got to think about that one. But
you want to scrape the bottom of the barrel here? 365's got Group C: Suarez, Eric Jones, Chase Briscoe, Noah Gragson.
So I can't do that. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's a whole lot of enticing props so far this week.
The only one I really like so far is the top Fords.
Same. I do like the top 10 market because I just think it's pretty reliable. I think who's going to be in the top 10 this week. But I'm with you. I like that top Ford angle a lot.
How much do you think that market moves after qualifying?
Top 4 or top 10?
Ryan Blaney's plus 110 in some spots. How crazy could it get?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Like, are you better off waiting to bet the top 10 market if you're going to tie it to UFC until after P&Q?
No, I'll tell you why. Because I think that number on Blaney probably doesn't move a ton no matter where he qualifies because they've taken a position on him. I mean, he's priced very low.
Are you talking top 10 or top 4?
Top Ford.
Okay.
I think that there's a better chance Buescher and Keselowski find a fast lap and qualify well, and their number goes down in the top Ford market, then I think there's a better chance that their number goes up in the top Ford market. So I think if I was betting that, it would probably be before practice and qualifying. Coop's going to check where Keselowski and Buescher have qualified.
No.
Okay. I could tell you. So last year Bubba was on the pole, Buescher was second, Kez was third, Ty Gibbs was fourth, and Ross Chastain was fifth at Texas. You want to go back another race? You want to go to the full top 10?
No.
Okay.
Like Logano, Keselowski, and Blaney are all in the same group, Group A. Which you think is tougher? Buescher's in Group B, so I think I would definitely bet Buescher prior. I would bet. I think if I was doing it, I'd take a shot on Buescher, Logano, and maybe wait on Blaney and Kez and see if you can get a better number.
The problem is I just don't think that they're really going to move that Blaney number because they took such a strong position on it to start the week.
Could be right.
But I agree. I think that's the best angle this week, and I'll probably bet the top 10s too.
Do you guys want to talk head-to-heads or?
Yeah. I mean, did we hit all the groups basically?
So there's a little bit of group difference in groups from book to book. I don't know if you want to scour every book to find them. They're pretty terrible.
I looked at a few. They're all basically dog shit. They're all the same. It's very hard to pick because they're all live.
Right. So I'm just gonna go through the head-to-head market at ESPN. Or sorry, at 365.
Minus 150. What's up, my guy?
Bowman and Logano. Bowman's minus 120 over Logano. They're both minus money. Keselowski versus Buescher, both minus money. Bubba and Chase Elliott. Bubba's minus 120.
I don't mind Bubba.
Over Chase?
Yeah.
Are you laying 120 to do it?
No.
Okay. Briscoe over McDowell. Briscoe's minus 130. Suarez over Eric Jones. Suarez is minus 120. Denny Hamlin against Kyle Larson. Hamlin's plus 115. Marty versus Byron.
Wait, that number's wrong, bro. Denny Hamlin should not be plus 115.
Are you betting that?
Probably not, but I think I don't think it's a terrible bet if you make it.
Okay. Marty's plus 130 against Byron.
God damn.
I don't mind Byron.
At minus
160.
No, I mean, I wouldn't pay minus 160, but I do think Byron beats him.
Probably. That number is just crazy.
And Chastain over Chris Bell. Chastain's plus 115.
Chastain could easily win that matchup.
Yeah, that's probably the most. That's the one I would be interested in the most, I guess. And then you have Blaney over Reddick. Blaney's plus 115. If you don't think that Reddick earned that number of the second favorite, I mean, do you take a shot at that? I don't know what you do with Blaney, though.
I mean, objectively, the problem is Blaney's number was wrong, too. His outright number is wrong also at 9-1. So it basically skews both these.
And then you got Ryan Preece against Josh Berry. Josh Berry's minus 120.
Ty Gibbs against Kyle Busch. Give me my fucking half my life savings on Ty Gibbs.
You went from a KB fan with fucking memorabilia on the wall to get this guy out of my life.
Bro, he's a fucking dead mutt duck right now. I'm sorry. It is. I love the guy. It is what it is. That car is not very good right now.
Would you want to tie MMA to that to get that plus money, or would you just rather take that minus 120 and just
Yeah,
lay?
I'd probably look for the best number and just bet the minus one, whatever. I don't mind that though.
Those are all the head-to-heads on.
He should be so much faster than Kyle Busch.
Yeah, RCR seems to be lost.
That might be the one matchup I'm on this week.
Yeah, and that's pretty much rounds out the market.
I mean,
outside of obscure stuff on Caesars.
He's minus 115 heads up against Bubba Wallace, but he's minus 120 against Kyle Busch.
You think they're just taking last year's race? Because he was strong last year's race until he wrecked.
Eat all the dicks.
He was the biggest mover right there with Kyle in last year's race.
Wow, Bubba's plus 135 heads up against Reddick. I don't hate that.
I was just looking at that.
What book is that at?
DK. I don't hate that at all.
Let me see what they have. Caesars always has. They even have teams.
Cool. You don't like that Gibbs Bush matchup?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you do. I kind of like Denny minus 110 against Reddick, too. Who the fuck is Tyler Reddick? Get the fuck out of here. He's minus 120 against Denny Hamlin on a mile and a half cookie cutter. Eat another bag of dicks.
What time is qualifying tomorrow?
It's like 10 o'clock. It's early. I'll be up till 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, putting in bets, no doubt.
So Caesars has Will Byron at even money over Denny Hamlin.
Denny could easily win this race, man. I don't expect him to be far off of Byron and Larson. Although I do think Larson's the one guy that could maybe put the field to bed. But yeah, I think Denny's going to be right in the race.
Superbook usually has all the crazy head-to-heads.
Yeah, I don't even have them all.
So you're interested in anything you can target against KB because you hate the guy.
Yeah, right now I'm betting top tens, and the problem is like.
What did you say, Denny? Did you say Denny was even money against Tyler Reddick head-to-head?
Minus 110.
Okay, yeah, Superbook he's minus 110 as well. Byron, I tell you what, Byron's minus 110 against Tyler Reddick too.
I think like there's just so much to bet. Like if you bet top Ford and then you bet Larson and Byron to win the race, you bet Gibbs to win the race, RFK, Sprinkle, 23XI to win the race. Bet that one matchup, the top Ford market. And I mean, at that point, I don't know. I might not bet the top 10 market. I have to think about it. There's a lot to bet. And I just got my soul fucking kicked out of my dick an hour and a half ago.
Man, it's great. Superbook doesn't have. but you can get Blaney. Or well, hold on.
Coop, you like Marty and Bell over Blaney and Chastain?
Probably not enough to bet it.
God, you know another one I don't mind, Coop? There's a group with Bubba, Elliott, and Gibbs in it, and Bush. And the three of them are plus 250 against them. I think you can get the numbers up on them too, because he is not beating them.
What book is that at?
Oh, it's that Superbook. Fuck, we can't parlay. Shit. I'll have to look around to see if that's anywhere else. That's really all I see, though.
What do you think about Bubba against Tyler Reddick? FanDuel has Bubba plus 132.
I mean, there's probably value at plus 132, but I think it's truly probably a coin flip. It should be minus 110 on both sides. So at plus 132, there's probably value on Bubba.
What do you think? He beats him 4 to 5 times out of 10?
Yeah, probably. I just don't think I like it enough to bet it. But if you make that bet 10 times, you probably make money.
So last year's race, Bubba finished third. Reddick finished 25th. If we go back to the 2022 race, Reddick won. But Bubba was clearly not the same driver in 2022, so it probably doesn't tell you much of anything. And Reddick was fast in Vegas this year, where Bubba was not. So
I think that's it.
it pretty much covers it all.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm much more interested in these FanDuel specials.
I would just
Q.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
So
glad we're on the same page there.
I'm with you. We'll look at those on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I know what I'd like to look at these. Like if you have 4 drivers going out of MMA stuff on Saturday night, I always tend to look at some of these where like if say we didn't have Ryan Blaney and he was fast and you can get him to win the race and somebody finished top 10 at like 16-1, those are I always look for those to fill gaps.
Yeah, we were close to hitting a couple of those last week, and you hit one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was the Byron road course win.
Yep. Yeah, there's some of them, very few, but some of them are worth betting.
Yeah, the numbers were kind of crazy. But yeah. Anyway, I think that covers most of all of our options for this week, right?
Yeah. Any other market, Coop?
No, sir.
All right, boys, we're out of here. Just let me check. What time exactly is practice?
Sign said you can parlay groups of Superbook.
You can?
Can you? Are you saying you can parlay groups, like multiple groups, or are you saying you can parlay them with like UFC?
I thought we couldn't parlay NASCAR at Superbook.
Oh, he said, yeah, Gibbs and Figgy is 367. That's what he said.
No shit. Did you know that, Coop?
No, because every time it comes up, it doesn't give you the option.
Fuck me. That opens up some possibilities now.
Have you tried it?
No. All right, so practice. Tomorrow is 10:35 practice, 11:20 a.m. qualifying. So before I go to bed, which will be probably between now and 7 a.m., I'll have my NASCAR action and some of my MMA action up on the site or the spreadsheet, and then I'll add some other MMA stuff later on in the day when I wake up.
They got qualifying odds on BR too, by the way.
Yeah. Coop, are you adding any golf, any more golf parlays with NASCAR?
I very well might. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Like I have 20 units on Scheffler,
Right.
but I don't have any Homa and Bryson. So I very well might take their numbers and parlay it with NASCAR.
Right.
But like I kind of feel like it's one or the other, but not both. So I don't know, but I might get involved in that.
Okay.
And then I did this tech, like you can't parlay winners, but you can do groups.
Yeah, Sign said you can parlay like Group B winner and Group C winner. So it's probably like DK where like you can parlay like head to heads, you just can't use the same driver twice.
Okay. And you can't parlay outrights.
No, you can't do it outright.
Okay. They don't want to pay out that much. That's the problem. All right.
You don't have any secret 230-1 bangers for bogey free round tomorrow at the Masters? Cool.
I've been looking, and I haven't seen any specials out there.
Okay.
So far, like they have like tourney specials. Hold on, they might have some now. Hold on, let's see here.
We'll be live tomorrow at 1:30 for the race for Patreon members. Prelims, the main card, we're definitely is going to be Patreon. We might do the prelims and do a public show, but I don't know, probably not. It just might be a whole day of Patreon. But yeah, we'll be live all day, 1:30 and 6 o'clock, and then we'll be live until 1 o'clock in the morning. So come hang out with us. Thoughts on Xfinity? I'll probably watch practice in the morning because I didn't get a chance to watch it. And then I'll bet accordingly. I probably won't parlay anything. Probably just bet straight because I'm going to have so much cup action. So
they have Woods, Homa, and McIlroy all to finish top 5.
say it again.
Tiger Woods, Max Homa, Roy McIlroy all to finish top 5.
What's that? 7,000 to 1?
220.
How many shots back is Tiger?
Oh, I'm not betting it. No way.
Oh. Then why did you bring it up?
Because he wanted a 220 to 1.
Oh.
So you just want to lead me down you want to see my lifeless body floating down the river? Thanks.
The problem with all these right here on 360, on FanDuel, is a lot of them includes Tiger Woods.
If you fucking tailed me today, I'm sorry that we didn't get it done. We were close, man. We had our parlays all ready to go, closed up. They won. We were on the third and second fastest drivers, not the first. We'll try to get it back tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. UFC 300 is going to be sick, and I am going to be invested.
Did you see Drake dropped $675K on Alex Pereira?
That makes me like Jamal Hill even more.
$675K.
I'm gonna go take about 18 aspirin right now and make myself a fucking stiff drink, and then go.
Don't forget that grandma pie you got too.
Remember, we need to see you in the morning.
I'm not even thinking about food.
This is what you always do.
I can't even think about. I did not think about eating anything once today. Do you know that?
Well, at least you have the pizza at the house in case you need it.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the oven and warm it up. All right, boys, we're out. Big day tomorrow. We'll see you all day long. Aside from that, we're out for the boys on Keg later.
Later, boys.